to unveil nutritional solutions to obesity based on established research that confirms chronic low-grade inflammation at the root of obesity. Current research confirms that insulin resistance has been recognized as the integral feature of metabolic syndrome, which includes glucose intolerance, insulin resistance, obesity, and more. Insulin resistance is when tissue in the body decreases its response to insulin, and insulin can no longer act normally in its role as regulating nutrient metabolism. Research has established a correlative and causative link between insulin resistance and chronic inflammation, declaring obesity to be a state of chronic systemic low-grade inflammation. In most obese patients, obesity has shown low-grade inflammation of white adipose tissue. Due to consequential activation of the immune system caused by insulin resistance, thus obesity can be sensitively understood as the body's chronic inflammatory response to insulin resistance. I'd like to discuss two nutritional approaches founded upon minimizing chronic inflammation. Maria Emmerich, a nutritionist and ketogenic specialist, has authored several books explaining the science behind the anti-inflammatory benefits of nutritional ketosis. Emmerich explains that insulin resistance is caused by excess carbohydrates and that nutritional ketosis is an alternative approach that uses fat as the body's main fuel source versus glucose, the common fuel source in the traditional American diet. Emmerich explains that excess carbohydrates cause an increase of insulin into the bloodstream. Insulin is the body's response to elevated blood sugar or glucose. Over time, the body can become insensitive to this response, leading to insulin resistance. Additionally, since the body has a limited ability to store glucose, whatever is not burned is converted and stored as fat. Nutritional ketosis from a well-formulated ketogenic diet is not a quick fix or fad diet, but rather a dietary approach intended to minimize chronic inflammation due to insulin resistance leading to weight loss. But the ketogenic diet is not the only nutritional avenue to address the root cause of obesity. The Metabolism Plan, author Recetas, offers an individualized approach to minimizing chronic low-grade inflammation through a systematic process that identifies foods and exercise that work with an individual's own biochemistry. Recetas has worked with thousands of clients and discovered foods that are highly reactive and commonly mistaken as healthy choices, such as oatmeal, tuna, and salmon. These reactive foods trigger the inflammatory processes in the body that cause obesity and related health issues. Additionally, the body can respond to certain exercise, especially that done in excess, as elevated stress, releasing cortisol, the stress hormone, which adds to chronic low-grade inflammation. So while many assume the solution to obesity is simple and straightforward, they are only partially correct. The solution to obesity is simple. However, it rests upon finding a solution to chronic low-grade inflammation rather than the assumptive notion of eating less and exercising more. Let's review what we have covered on obesity and nutrition. Obesity is a syndrome of chronic low-grade inflammation due to insulin resistance. Nutritional ketosis reduces chronic inflammation by eliminating carbohydrates from the diet using fat as its primary fuel source. The Metabolism Plan minimizes chronic inflammation by identifying which foods and exercise cause a reactive or inflammatory response. If you've ever struggled with weight or know someone who has, remember that the underlying root of obesity stems from chronic inflammation, and there are nutritional approaches to remedy this problem. Finally, more research into nutritional alternatives could greatly benefit the growing epidemic of obesity through learning the body's response to food and exercise. Knowledge truly is power. If you encounter a person struggling with obesity or difficulty with weight loss, understand that there is not a standard one-size-fits-all solution.
That was really good. I hope that fucking video came out because it was great.
Bitch, if you accidentally didn't record anything,
It was 4 minutes and 14 seconds.
What? No way!
Shut up, this baby's sleeping.
Oh my, Kadesha! There's no way it was 4 minutes.
yesterday.
Girl.
Hey, girl, I'm serious.
I don't hear you right now.
Oh, no, he's gonna wake her up.
She just jumped out of her skin.
What? Christine do have time.
I mean,
I do.
That's why her nickname Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, and I got you in the video when you was biting on Christine, so.
You motherfucker. I
Oh
can't
well,
stand you.
it happens.
I mean, I love it.
I'm freaking about to die.
You still can't see the TV though.
Deisha, you did a great
We'll fix that.
job.
Yeah.
No, I looked up at this bitch. I said, "Shit, my teacher looking at me." That's how I felt. I didn't even see Christine's face no more. I was like, "What the fuck?"